Now, this is a time where you might want to think about getting a little bit of eye light in here. So if we've got something like a 300-watt lamp and a piece of card, actually, let's try just going straight off the. Have we got a 300? A little Arri 300. Yeah, we'll just try bouncing it off the table. Look, see how that looks, because that's kind of. Now, Sean, I'm going to need to back that bounce off so it's not lighting the walls quite so much. It needs to come back to kind of about...
Sean's going around the other way.
Oh, sorry. It needs to be up here and up nice and high so that... because at the moment what it's doing is just lighting up all the walls inside the room, which we don't want to do.
Bring it down and put it on another stand.
Okay. Now what we're
Focus on the
now this shot will probably fall apart once Derek comes in, but it might well work once once Mark has exited shot. We might well end up with an interesting profile, so it's probably worth keeping it running just to see what happens. Now, how are we in terms of? Oh, this really needs to be just boxed right in, right down here. We'll bring that lamp right into picture. I mean, it won't be in picture, but just right down here so it's not spilling all over our young lady. It's just to make a little hot spot down here to get into her eyes. And do we have some black wrap, do you think?
Get rid of all the spill.
Yeah. And can I just borrow it? Just something like that. I think I even have a C47 in my pocket.
That'd be cool because we're totally up.
Okay. Okay. Now, just while we're looking at that, do you mind just flashing it so we can see? Just take a look at each other, guys. Yeah. Can I just flash this 300? Can somebody flash it for me? This one here, and just take a look at Mark. Yeah. Now let's just pan that light very slightly, lamp left. That's it. Now flash it. Yeah, I'm not really getting light in the eyes like I wanted. Let's just have a look. Just going to move this in here. Is this in your picture, this light? Just take a look at Mark, sweetie. Okay. You know, we're just getting a little bit of lift in the eyes now. Okay, cool. That'll be better. Jason, do me a favor, just flash that for me once more. that's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Okay. Now, how are we exposure-wise now? Let's just back that off a tiny bit, Jason, because we've just ended up in pink.
No, we got it. There we
go. Okay, that's good. Perfect. All right. Okay, so just check our exposures and focus, and then we'll get ready to go.
Yeah.
So generally, what we've done here is we've moved the backlight around further, just so that we can get a bit of a halo and separate the hair light here. We're getting really kind of quite nice little edge on here now, which is quite nice. We brought this in to get some light in your lovely eyes, which is cool, and basically made those changes, and other than that, we haven't changed very much. So let's stand by and we'll do a little rehearsal and see how far this will run. Sean, do we have the other Lico?
We do, sir, but it's blowing such a warm color temperature that we would have a hard time getting it to match.
Well, I mean, what we had going before was just about working. It's just that the one Lico by itself is really struggling. So just a couple of minutes, guys, and we'll be in business.
I just want to move his head down further.
Can I just go, let me go up a tiny bit with this. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. I think, Sean, I think we got it. Just tip the lamp up a tiny bit if you can. If we just tip that, yeah, there you go. You got it. That's it. Perfect. So let's close the door and let's stand by, and we will run a rehearsal and just see how far we can make this fly. Sorry? Oh yeah, why not? Yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so is everybody ready?
Camera speed.
I'll call action. What was the point at which you entered before, Derek?
I'm sorry?
What was the point at which you entered before? I mean,
it was a couple of about three or four sentences from Mark.
Okay, all right. So let's do the same as we did before, and just come in after about 3 or 4 sentences. Yeah. Let's actually see you down into position. I think what's nice is obviously a hand shot is not going to last. That's a lovely 2-shot there you got going. So. Once you've done a little bit on the record or a little bit, grab some inserts here. You can do a little piece on Mark's hand. Did you make any notes or anything, Mark? What did you do with your right hand?
Let's see. I wasn't really writing as I was doing it. This is before.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of that, a little bit over there, and then, sort of up to faces, because inserts you can always get later, so more important to be on the actors' faces initially. All right, so is everybody ready? As ready as can be.
As ready as can be.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's roll camera. We are rolling, and action.
Okay, so you were at Mercer, Trixie, Mercer, and what?
I don't know. My car broke down.
Your car broke down there, and then and then what did you do? You got out?
I was going to walk towards Seattle Center.
Okay, why were you going to go there?
Because I was going to meet some friends at the EMP.
Okay, but you didn't go there right away. You were hanging out.
Trixie? Let's cut it, all right? Start talking.
Okay, she's been talking.
Why were you in the car with the mayor?
Look, brute force has never gotten anywhere.
I haven't touched you yet.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that.
Yeah, but your
okay?
stale coffee breath is all over me. And if you don't mind, I'm wearing a little Chanel Mademoiselle. and you might be disturbing some
Did you
of
get
my
that from the mayor too?
pheromones.
Okay, so we do have a little bit of information. What we're getting at here, what Stice is getting at here, is that we have a little bit of information that you were seen with the mayor in your car.
And
for
not
about 10
enough information.
I was not in my car.
You weren't in your car.
Where were you?
He offered to give me a ride
Okay, so
Where was he giving you a ride to?
up to the EMP.
The EMP.
okay, Stice, I got this from here. We
EMP.
can,
Do you
okay,
have
I
the
got this from
EMP?
here.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
She's lying.
No, I got this.
You're
from
lying, Trixie.
Prove
I'm
it.
tired of your lies.
Prove it.
Mark, isn't there a point where you get up and wander? Just do that. Yeah. Sorry, take it back a couple of lines. Be careful. Yeah,
I'll just squeeze out of here.
okay, and take it back a few lines and stand by everybody and start with you're lying. Okay, and action.
You're lying, Trixie. You've been lying this whole time.
Prove it.
I don't have to prove it.
Actually, you do.
I know women like you.
I bet you do.
I know a whole bunch of them.
I bet you do.
But that's not what we're talking about here. So you were in the car. You were in the car.
Does he
when-
always make it all about him?
No, he's not. He's not doing
Sort
that.
of
Okay, so we have a couple
dominating.
photos.
Listen, I'm tired of your games.
Okay, and cut there. That's cool. Okay, great. All right. I think we achieved some very, very nice little pieces there. The reason I wanted you to stand up, Mark, was just so that we had some kind of continuity in terms of what we shot before. So, suggestions for next shots. What would we be wanting to shoot next? You can tell me. Right.
Trixie.
I think that would be very nice. I think it might be very nice to come into here and shoot over up to Derek and see how that looks. And then basically coming around here, and then we can figure out some sort of rather nice specialist shots that we can do after that. But we just basically get the scene covered and then work out what else we can do after that. So let's try that. So why don't let's lose this for a second. It'll probably come back, but just to give the cameras freedom of play initially.
Gail, the internet is saying they would love to see a slider shot.
Okay, I'm sure they would. I'm just trying to think. Okay, let's save the slider shot for when we come around to the back here. We'll do the slider shot on this side. That would be nice because we can use the necklace and all of that kind of stuff as part of that. So, okay.
Hey, Gail.
Yeah.
Do we have any, I mean, it might be a pain to switch all the gear up, but do we have any lenses that could go down to like a 1.4?
Oh yeah, we do.
Get a super shallow off
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. This is what I'm hoping. The kind of suggestions that I'm looking for. So we have an 85-1.2. If you want to change over to that.
Let's try that out.
Continuity.
So Jason,
Yes, go.
then let's put an 85-1.2 on that, and we can pick this up again and go through. Just do some details with that.
Because the F4 was real nice, but it's
Yeah, I know.
you can-
No, absolutely, absolutely.
No, I think we're going behind your shoulder.
Oh no, let's do one with the 85 from here. It'd be rather nice.
You're at 50 right now.
Are you guys okay? Do you need some water or anything?
I would love a sip of water. Is it hidden?
Okay, yeah, we're just going to change some lenses. So if you want to step out of the light, sweetie.
One of the most expensive ones they make.
Do we have any knee pads? This is killer.
Just grab yourself an apple box to sit on. That's probably the best thing.
Okay. That'll be our backup Apple box.
This one's pretty like. get amazing amount of throw when you have those gears on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps a lot.
If you're doing like a low shot, if you did it really tight, would you full focus between her face and her?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be rather nice. You could go with the dialogue because she's spending a lot of time looking out this way. So I think that would be a very valid thing to do. And,
Huh. You need to line this up with this.
sorry?
Are we doing both
Well,
of them?
I think it might be nice. I mean, you're going to be slightly different on this because it's a prime, but you know, it should be a hell of a lot shallower. And let's see if we can. Yeah.
That is a 750. That's a 1K.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Fixture versus hold.
I know. Unbelievable.
If we need to get more out of it, what I'll probably end up doing is take a little bit up in face, put it down a little bit, and just blast it with one.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're just on the edge of it, you know, working. So I think we're okay.
Pretty good. It's pretty
Yeah.
good, so.
Yeah.
Allow me to sit in so she can.
Okay.
So we're trying to get over to her, so that we find super bright. Change temperature.
I don't know if my husband was the lady of the night.
All right.
And my husband agrees.
Okay. So when everyone's ready, let's put everyone back in the set.
Ready? So this camera is getting both actors, right? The student
That
way should be a little
Yeah, I think so. I think it's.
either one or is that?
Yeah, or you can. I mean, you know, you're just on a 70. I mean, you know, you've got a zoom going here, so you can then you could halfway through decide to go to a single, and you know.
Okay.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about
Hey, your corner was empty. I was.
Need some water or anything? You're good?
Sorry.
Need some water or anything?
Oh no, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, because he was just
I got my apple box. You want the other one?
Okay, so that's a very nice two-shot. Let's I'll tell you what we should do is run the scene twice over without stopping, and then so we'll just go at some point. I'll call cut. We just go back to number one and start over again, and then just find a slightly tighter angle or a different angle on each. Well, we can't on that because it's a prime lens. How's that shot looking? Are we? No.
from the beginning of the scene.
Yeah, we'll go from the beginning. Now, you've got all your work cut out on this one. in
Yeah.
terms of focus.
That's what we were shooting for.
Okay, but that's fun. That's cool. Okay, and Mark, can we just see you? Can we just see you sitting down? It would be very nice to feel a piece of you occasionally, which is why one might want to use a slider, but we'll save that for the other side.
I'm sitting here.
Now, Mark, just slide to your right a fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, just there. Just yeah. So try and work that zone, and there's no harm in framing like this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's rather sweet.
She got her
and
on there.
yeah, that's lovely. Okay, and then you know just be prepared to tip up so you can hold Mark's face too, which is rather nice. Even if he's soft, it's lovely to feel his presence there. Just put a bit more weight on your left buttock, Mark. Just a tiny bit.
That's not much.
Yeah, on the time until you're moving back and forth.
Okay. All right, cool. I think we are we are ready to go. Okay. All right, is everyone ready? Let's see what we get from this. All right, and let's roll cameras. Good luck, everybody. Is camera rolling?
Rolling.
Okay, and action.
And so then what happened, Trixie?
So it was, you know, a fairly nice night out, and I was just going to walk, but I was in some pretty uncomfortable heels, and so the mayor offered me a ride.
Oh, the mayor was just driving by.
Okay. Yeah. See?
Okay. And he
It's a
offered
good
you
thing he
ride.
wasn't on his bike today.
Yeah, exactly.
The mayor was not just driving by, was he?
He drove by and saw that I was a damsel in distress.
A damsel, is that what you call yourself now?
I like it.
Okay, so he saw that you were on the corner and
I don't like you.
Your breath is so horrible. It's all that coffee and donut, the sugar, the thing. It gets really like
Okay,
stale.
so then just listen to my breath here. So you got into the car, and then what happened?
Can you excuse us?
So he was giving you a ride to where?
To the EMP.
The EMP.
But
The
you,
EMP.
okay, but
The mayor wasn't supposed to go to the EMP.
No, he was just
She's lying.
taking their circuitous
You're a
route.
liar.
okay, and so you never got. We've
At
established.
some point, Mark, you need to get up.
We've established that you never actually got to the EMP.
No, I didn't, because you all pulled us over with your...
Because you were the mayor. And you weren't supposed to be with the mayor.
Why? Who was he supposed to be with tonight?
His wife.
Oh, I heard she's in Georgia.
Okay, and cut there. That's lovely. Okay. Actually, sorry, I said we were going to keep going, but so let's go back to number one and then just try variations on the theme. Do some on this camera. Do some nice hand details. Maybe something very nice on this one, Mark. Just show us your position. Just look slightly to the right over there. Just yeah. Now just move over to your right a little bit. I mean, even something like we're inside minimum, but it might be nice to pull back so you can just hold focus on him here and then rack through to her. It's a rather lovely angle. So maybe slide the camera back a tiny bit. So let us just get some new focus marks and things like that. Just to the point where you can just get him in focus.
Like you were saying, the 5D we can fit into a corner.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that gives you a very kind of subjective shot. You suddenly become him, you know. And for Mark, on this one, just cheat so that we see a tiny bit more of your cheek, just a fraction. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. That's it.
There we go, look at that.
And can you get focus on Mark? Cool.
You know, we got his collar.
Okay, and it's just once in a while. It's a really nice maybe when he's talking, and then you can rack focus backwards and forwards. It gives you an interesting variation. And what have you done different to what you did last time? Have you gone tighter?
Yeah, the leg went tighter.
Okay,
More
cool.
her expression in her
All right, cool. All right. So let's get ready to roll. Really nice thespians, dear thespians. Wonderful. Okay, are we all ready? Okay, has everyone fallen asleep out in the wide world?
Definitely not. They're loving this.
All right, okay.
Rolling.
All right, let's roll camera. And action.
Okay, so you got out of the car and you went to the EMP.
Well, I was on my way to the EMP, and then the mayor drove by, and I know him from Goodwill ambassador meetings.
Okay, okay.
Follow some of his issues, so he recognized me.
You follow his issues, okay.
Saw that I was in probably uncomfortable shoes
Right,
to
so
make
why
that trek up there.
does he normally? Did you ask him if he normally makes a habit of picking people up? I mean, but anyway, he picked
Enough
you up.
lies, Trixie.
Okay,
What?
I got this, Dice. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we are doing fine. If you could just.
You're not doing fine.
Are you in a hurry?
Yeah, we are, as a matter of fact. Start telling the truth now.
Your breath is
Now!
unbelievably bad. It's
Your
that-
lying's
it's
unbelievably bad.
That stale coffee thing. That
Okay,
coffee
we're
all day
not
is
going to get
horrible.
anywhere this way. Okay, so just step back, Dice. Step back, step back. We got this one.
And cut there. Okay, cool. I think that was really nice. I think between those 2 takes, we got 4 very nice little shots.
Cool.
I thought that was great. Let's get a... what might be nice is to ring the changes a little bit. Let's get something like... maybe something like, have we got a 24 prime, Jason? Might be nice to get this camera right in amongst it all in here. And just repeat the piece of, this is really just for Derek, the interaction between the 2 of you on that side of the table. It might be nice to get right down here and use some shallow depth of field and have some fun with that. But this is working really quite nicely. So let's swap this guy out for a 24 prime and what is that? I can't remember. Is it a 1.2 or 1.4?
It's 1.4. No, this is 1.4. Yeah, 1.4.
We're at 1.8 right now.
Now we'll probably want to lose all this stuff because it's going to hamper us from sitting on the table. It's almost like we just want to have the cage and the battery. Do you know what I mean? Because the battery is going to stop us sitting on the table.
Michael, do you want to get in here? Sure.
Yes, ring the changes, guys. Anybody that hasn't participated yet can jump in and... Yeah, I think so, and it'd be nice to get it right in here, you know, and just be a bit more dynamic with it. Yeah, that's a good solution. Do we have such a thing as a little shot bag or a sandbag or some wedges or... Oh, there we go. Great, because we'll probably need to prop this camera up a tiny bit once we get it on the table.
Yeah, anything like that, just something I can shim up the camera with.
Now, just as a general note here, we've almost not changed the lighting. We've been concentrating more on getting slightly different shots in terms of perspective and depth and shallow depth of field and all of that. We haven't really changed the lighting up very much. The only thing we really did was to move the hair light around the back over there, which helped us a little bit. Because we're going a bit closer now, we'll see how that looks. We might well need that 300 to come back to get some lights back in the eyes again. Now let's it's a little bit neither here nor there, so let's just come right in. Say.
Is there like any way of going in too far?
Not really. I think, this starts to get more interesting now. We're getting a bit more dynamic with it. Just gonna do something like that. We're right on the top edge of the setup here. Could I just put a little cutter on the side of the Lico there just to stop the bleed on the top edge of the set? Just a little cider or some black wrap or something. Can you see them? Now, Derek, let me just see you lean into the light. Yeah, that's nice. So let's go through the motions of checking our. God. Is this monitor not set up for false color? Is Steve there? Steve, just help me with the false color on this monitor. It looks like it's not set up for some reason. I know I could do it. It would take me about half an hour, that's all, and the viewers would start getting angry. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, fantastic, thanks. Yeah. So, anybody that's around this camera can see that this is a really, really nice exposure for a sort of, you know, we've got our mid-grays, we've got our pinks and greens that separate our mid-gray on either side. So we're basically in really good shape here. Okay, so this is good to go. And Derek, just be aware of where the camera is and don't get lost behind there. Yeah.
So sort of right in here?
Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so I think that's a really sweet shot. Now, let me just check one thing.
Are those little lights there, are they the bleeds of the light into the set? Are they okay?
These.
Up in the corner.
A tiny bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that helps so much.
What's my info? Oh, God. Steve, just need a bit of help. I need to know what... Oh, I see. Here we are. 320. Let's go. Let's go right down to 100 ASA on here.
You're going.
Yeah, so I'll go...
This
yeah.
1.4?
Yeah, I just wanted to go down to...
I'm going to go 100.
Yeah, try 100 and we'll see how the false color looks at 100. Yeah, there we go. Oops. That's it. Actually, I have to stop down a little bit. That's it. And then let's just check our focus.
Yeah, all you want to do is
That's it. Cool. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty shallow depth there with the backgrounds really falling off quite nicely. Okay, so somebody man this camera. Okay, so once we've done this, we'll do the slider shot as suggested by our team outside, and we'll just do these shots, and then we'll move around and cover from the other side. So let's go back to number one for our dear actors, and we'll start from the beginning and have Derek bursting in. We need to be a tiny bit careful about standing right in front of this guy, because this is our... Actually, I'll just lift this up a tiny bit. There we go. That's good. All right. Cool. Okay. Actually, let's put a double in this 300. It's a little bit overkill. That's pretty nice. Have you, oh, it looks like we need a new battery for this camera. Sorry, can we get a battery?
Better.
And what ISO are you guys at? Are you working at the shallowest depth you can?
We're at 2.2. It was pretty hot.
Yeah.
At 1.8.
Yeah, what ISO are you on?
It's at 160.
Just forget about the noise. Yeah, go to 100 because the noise on 100 isn't too bad at all, and then that'll enable you to open up a little bit. And
Yes. Go back to see how it looks. There we go.
yeah, that's nice. The background's a bit more gone now. Yeah,
Oh, I gotta retain.
and then just. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Great. Thanks for your patience, guys, because when you become part of a lighting exercise, it turns into a whole other monster.
Well, I full focus when he comes over his shoulder.
You know what? I'd probably have a look at how this one looks and see how out of focus he looks, and then maybe on the second one use your judgment to see whether you want to do that, but it's a very good question. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. Is everybody ready? Okay, and let's roll camera. It's lovely to just have a little bit less hair. Yeah, there you go. That's a much nicer composition and cool. And then just right at the top on her hair like that. That's lovely. Okay, and action.
So I want to help you, okay? But the only way I can help you is to have you clearly answer the questions, which you've started out doing well. Okay, I'm not out to detect any lies or anything like that, okay? I just don't understand why you got out of the car after 30 minutes of parking in the lot at EMP. What were you doing if you were just getting a ride
Right.
to the EMP?
Right. Well, like I said, I have followed the mayor's issues for a long time, and he knew that it was my birthday, and he hasn't seen me, lately, and so he wanted to offer me
All right,
a little
Trixie, enough lies.
gift for my birthday.
A gift.
Okay, so
Finish
what
my
was
sentence, please?
Yeah, you can finish it. Can you give us a second, Stice?
Could I
No,
finish
I'm
this?
tired. I'm very tired,
Maybe
and I'm
have
getting
another-
angry.
Maybe have another cup of coffee because it'll make your breath
Start
even better.
telling the truth. Tell the truth!
What do you want to know?
Why were you with the mayor that night?
I was with him because he gave me a ride.
He was supposed to be with his wife.
I heard his wife was out of town.
More lies, Trixie.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what was
and
the...
let's cut there. That's great. Now, Derek, you're just, from this camera angle, you're just a tiny bit lost. So
this way?
yeah, no, be a little bit more to your right, just a fraction. Yeah, that's it exactly. So let's try that one last time. And what did you feel about the focus? Did you feel that it was holding on him?
It was a little soft on his
Okay. It might be, this time just probably ease it for the dialogue a little bit. Just sort of,
Start at blue, so one.
Okay. So how are you guys feeling about your shot?
Yeah.
Good. He was a little soft, I thought.
Right.
I mean, they're almost on the same plane, but I guess they're so razor thin.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. So maybe just roll it with the dialogue a tiny bit, I think this might help you now anyway. By Derek being very slightly this way, it could help you. Okay, let's just try this once more. Let's go back to number one, everybody. Okay. Okay, is everybody poised? Finger on triggers? Ready? Okay, and let's roll cameras. Okay, and action.
Okay, so why were you in the car for 30 minutes in a parking lot with him?
After he gave me a ride, we remembered that we had met each other at some Democratic
Okay.
Goodwill Ambassador conventions.
Okay, so why were you in the car for a half hour with him?
We were talking, and
Okay.
I mentioned that it was my birthday coming up, and so he...
Enough lies, Trixie. Start telling the truth. The truth!
I am telling the truth. In fact, we were getting along quite well before you...
Well, now you have to
came in
talk
here
to
with
me.
I don't know what you want to know. I mean...
Why were you with the mayor?
I was with him because he was giving me a ride.
He was supposed to be with his wife.
Well, I don't know about his personal life.
And cut there. Terrific. Great. Okay. All right. I think we've done some really nice coverage from this side. Let's come around to the other side. I think what we should now do is to pay homage to the internet and do a nice slider shot. So let's lose the camera off the table. And if you guys want to relax and just cool off a tiny bit while we just get this kind of set. This is a little bit high for this. God, all these stands are too high. Do we have? We don't have any lower stands. I don't think they do that. These ones.
Slide down.
Oh, do they?
They do or don't?
No, don't.
They don't. Okay.
We can get two. Do we have two?
I tell you what. Could somebody just stand?
Oh, hold on.
Could, yeah.
We got a tray over there.
Hang on.
Get that little tray over there.
Hang on a second. Could somebody sit in for us and we'll try and figure out where we need to be. Or maybe it's not too bad. Actually, you know what? We might be okay, Jason. Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
You know what? I think this is probably fine. So, isn't this somebody's prize that we're playing with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here? It's all very wobbly. Yeah, does anybody know about why these stands are so wobbly? Is it?
I think they might be at slightly different heights. I don't know. 'Cause that leg is off the ground. That shouldn't.
Have we got to?
No, their floor is uneven.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's better. Okay.
What do you want?
Let's put the probably the 24 to 105
24,
back on
105.
there initially. I'm just trying to think. We could make use of the other camera. I think when we can, let's go back. Steve, would you mind changing the lens on that? Let's go back to the 70 to 200.
Where's our 24-105? It's not on the table.
It was on the table. Better be on the table with my lens.
Yes. So Gail, we're doing one on the glider here.
Yeah.
And then where are you thinking for the other one?
Well, I'm just thinking it might be rather nice to be on Mark and then follow him when he's standing up, you know, and it might even be nice, yeah, to just have a little bit of him looking bored, and he'll be quite dark up there, and we can silhouette him against the notice board, which could be kind of quite nice, you know, against that bulletin board.
This one's gonna run on a card.
Are we still live or are we on the break?
I think we're still live.
We are breakless.
We're coming out on the
No breaks. Runaway train.
So where's that light coming from? Jason, what were you saying about this was going to run off?
Card.
Oh, he said it would run out of card.
Right.
Cable.
So we're not cabling it.
No.
Okay. But can we put a Marshall monitor on here or not possible?
Both cameras are shooting this way this time.
So what are we doing with this camera? We're just hooking it so that we can see the monitor. Oh, I see.
They could, we get the live feed as well.
Oh, I see.
You want to sit in? Thank you.
That's a nice one shirt. Makes me look
There we go.
Well, listen, Tux. You're not right, but only goes so far.
So you probably can't put the other one in then if they've got this camera.
Sorry?
No card?
Cool. Hey, thanks, Jason. That's pretty good. Now, Sean, just got a massive amount of spill kind of on that wall now. Can we just get a flag just to that side of the 300 just to kind of control that a bit?
It's 3:30 now.
Yeah.
Our break has us breaking in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So around there.
Cool. Now, shouldn't say this, but this is not a very good slider.
Your mic probably picked that up.
Yeah, I think they might have heard that.
But to whoever won it, it's
Yeah, I mean, I suppose one could put a little head on here or something, but it hasn't got a fluid head on top, so it just enables you to, it's really
so you really
difficult
just
to
need to write.
to do moves, you know, that is, actually it's not too bad. I mean, it's very
You
sweet.
didn't get to use the slider on the first day, did you? So it'll be good for you to
This one's with some movements.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it just makes it a bit more difficult because it's just a ball fitting, so. Okay, so who's this going to be? Okay, cool. This is going to be tricky.
Yeah, he hasn't used the slider.
Okay.
Everyone else got to use it the first day.
Okay. Now. All right, let's just check our exposure.
So this camera's hooked up to that monitor on that camera?
Yeah.
Okay, I follow it now.
Yeah. It was just because the monitor's already powered and all of that. That's pretty nice. That works pretty well.
So, boss, what shot are we actually going for here?
Well, I think let's see if we could come out and do a reveal.
Okay, from right to left.
Yeah, that might be kind of quite nice.
And once
And,
he sits down, we're going to want to have him in focus.
I think so. Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
And but there might be times where you want to
Yeah.
do some of this when
Some nice lighting.
yeah.
Diana's chest.
Yeah, but the difficulty with this is,
You can't move it.
well, you can. It's just sort of a little bit difficult. I mean, I would move it, but just sort of remember that probably the actual movements themselves will be not usable.
Yeah.
But you can reframe just by literally just, reframing.
Okay.
And, like that. Just do the best you can. Cool.
Gail, did you still want to try and get the second camera in there to follow Mark?
have you? Can you grab that? Yeah, and it just tightens up on there. Okay. Yeah, let's bring that camera over to here. I'm probably not going to use this anymore for the moment.
Put the glass on here. Steve? Okay, you did it wrong.
Yeah, that's good on the wall, Sean, now. That helps enormously. Okay. You know what? Now's probably a good time to use this clock on the wall. We've never established this wall
Okay,
yet, so
I'm going to get the pin for it. Yeah.
you got it.
An idea of the height?
What about a height for this clock? Is yeah, maybe just a bit higher. It looks a bit strangely low. About there somewhere, so you just feel an edge of it. Yeah, cool. That's good. Yeah.
This is the nice thing with the monitors. You can't do that.
Kind of straight?
That's pretty cool. Actually, just a little bit of what's that counterclock? No, the other way. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's okay. I think that's all right. Yeah. Cool. All right. I think we're good to go. So let's bring that camera over here. And what this camera can do will be to just do a little piece on just right next to that lamp. Can do a piece on Mark when he's pacing. Is Mark around? In fact, let's ask our dear actors to join us back on set.
Dear actors, please join us.
Has this jacket been here long?
I think, I mean, you're wearing it most of the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When you go pacing, where do you go? When you stand up, where did you actually go? I didn't happen to notice.
I just went over here and then kind of stayed back.
Okay, let's cheat you a little bit further over just so that then we can silhouette you against the board there. And love to get a tiny bit more ambient light. Can we just raise this teaser or lower the card a tiny bit back here? Just so we've got a tiny bit more ambient. You know what? Lower the teaser is probably the game. That's actually try going the opposite way. Let's try taking it up a little bit. Maybe let's just open up one side a little bit. There we go. Good idea. Great. Okay. Cool. All right. That's a bit better. So I think the value of this shot would be just literally it's a very difficult focus pull, but just basically take Mark from standing up because it's a good intercut to this argument going on over here. And then we'll figure out another shot to do after that. But, you know, if we have a little piece of that there, I think that'll be kind of quite nice. Okay. Now you might want to open up a little bit on this. Let's see, where are we? Stopwise and things. What's your ISO on here? 320, 3.5. Let's just have a look at our false color. Yeah, he's pretty down here, so let's go to, I'll go up to 640, yeah. That's better. Yeah, there we go. It's just raised him up a tiny bit. Okay, cool. There you go. All right. And pretty tricky focus on this one. And he's a little bit flatly lit, but you know, just do the best you can because it's hard to get a bite on something that's flatly lit like that. But okay, so let's stand by for rehearsal. Let's put everybody in. Yes, please, sweetie. Yeah, it'd be great.
Sit back down, or?
Yes, please. Yeah, so we're starting back at number one. Derek's out the door here. Mark, just go a fraction to your left, just so you're hitting a little bit. So go to your left a little bit, Mark. A bit more. There we go. Cool. And then come to reveal him, and as best you can, try and pan back to. It's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. The head would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you end up something like that. So maybe. I mean, just do the best you can. So, let's just explain to our internet audience that this slider doesn't have a fluid head on it, so it's not going to be the smoothest of moves, and it's not exactly our fault. It's just what we have here and available.
Don't be hating.
Okay. All right. So I think we're basically ready. Is everybody set?
Yes.
Okay, and let's roll camera.
Speeding. Rolling.
Okay, and action.
Okay, so then what happened, Trixie?
I started walking, and the mayor pulled over and asked if I needed a ride.
Yeah, so we got through that part. So then, so you're in the lot. Okay, and you were talking about a birthday present.
We're talking. He thought I would be a good candidate for a goodwill ambassador.
Okay, so you had a conversation.
Enough lies, Trixie. Start telling the truth.
We were just having a decent conversation.
The truth!
Your breath is unbelievably bad.
Your lies are unbelievably bad.
It's that stale coffee smell that gets me every time. I'm sorry.
I want you to tell me why you were with the mayor.
Okay, let's change directions here for a little.
He gave me a ride because my car broke down.
You make me sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Again, cut it. Cool. Okay. Well, we got some pieces there. Let's yeah, cut. Let's. How does it look if the shot on Derek? Derek, just take your position when you're right in there. Do you have anything there? Or are you blocked? Yeah, you're blocked a bit too much. Okay. I think what we should do is to. This slide is really difficult because it doesn't have a pan and tilt head on it, so it's very difficult. So I think we should just concentrate on literally getting coverage on this shot. So let's, can I see Mark sitting down a sec? Just relax for a sec, Derek. Let's concentrate on just getting coverage for the scene. For the moment, maybe something in here. We did a slider shot that vaguely worked. Okay, something like that. Just check our exposure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's roll a shot like this, and then we've got coverage. And then we'll do a nice detail of hands and things like that after this. So let's roll that shot, and somebody can just take care of focus. Once Mark stands up, just let him go out of shot, and that's kind of quite a nice transition anyway. On this one, once Derek has come in here, just try and, just come right on to our lovely young lady there and just be in a nice close-up, and I think that would be a nice intercut. So, all right, so let's try that once more, all right? Yeah, I think once, I think at the beginning, just, you've got a nice profile there, why not? I mean, you probably wouldn't use the shot much at the beginning, but once Derek comes in, then it becomes rather interesting to feel him looming behind, but keep focus on her. I think that's kind of fun, a fun shot. So, are we all ready? Okay, so let's roll camera. And action.
So why don't you tell me how you earn most of your income?
Oh, I have an annuity payment that comes through from a deceased uncle who left me.
Okay, so you don't really work other than that income. That's pretty much.
I garden. I volunteer,
Okay, I asked about other.
Enough
income.
lies, Trixie.
Okay, we got this dice. Yeah, we have this. Okay.
Start telling the truth.
Okay, we were just having
The truth!
Okay, your breath is horrible and your attitude is worse. So
Your lying is terrible. Why were you with the mayor?
like I said,
Why were you with the mayor?
he was giving me a ride. And then he was giving me a gift. And this is mine. It's fresh water.
You're full of lies.
You're full of bad, stale coffee breath.
And cut. Cool. That was really sweet. That's a nice little shot. Okay, cool. Great. So, can I just see what you were doing with your hands at the beginning?
I was here
Yeah.
first and then just here.
Right.
I might want to do it one more time because her hands were often in front of his face. I didn't want to interrupt it.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
okay.
then we're trying to get the close up on him.
Right, okay. So,
Just
can
up
you
to
correct that by just being slightly more this way?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do
All
you
right.
mean to go to the right a little or?
No, I think you'll be fine. I think by...
Just up to when he stands up.
Right, okay. All right, so let's repeat that first little section. What could be rather nice here is to start maybe down on the pearls and come up and find her at the beginning. That could be a rather nice intro to the scene. Cool. Okay. All right. That's lovely. Okay, are we all ready? So yours worked, I mean, it was just up to the point where Mark stands up. Okay, so we'll cut this time once Mark stands up. Just let Mark go out of frame. Okay, are we all ready? Okay, so let's roll camera. And action.
So what were you wearing yesterday?
I was wearing this.
Okay, yeah, and that's what we have right here. You see a picture of you right here. So is that, what would you call that outfit?
It's a summer dress.
Okay, because from my perspective, if I'm driving by, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not accusing you of anything, but if I'm driving by, I see you dressed like that, I wouldn't think that you're just wearing a summer dress as a woman that's just wearing, like an Easter or something.
I think that's the cop mentality, that you're always looking for something outside of.
Enough
No, I
lies,
understand what you're
Trixie. Start telling the truth.
We were just having
The truth!
look, brute force has never gotten any man anywhere.
Really? I beg to differ. So start talking. Why were you with the mayor?
As I was explaining to your very nice colleague here, is that he gave me a ride. My car broke down, as I have told you a dozen times.
Don't waste my time. And don't waste his.
Could you find yourself an Altoid or something? Because it's just repulsive. Your breath is just... it's disgusting.
Again, let's cut there. That's cool. Okay. All right. I think we have certainly covered this scene. It certainly works the way we've covered it. I'm sure there's 1,000 other shots that people will suggest, which we're not going to do. Sorry about the slider shot. I didn't realize the the head on the slider was not a pan and tilt head. It's very difficult to actually do anything smooth with it. Very, very tricky indeed. What did we learn from all of this? Does anybody feel we've missed anything? Did we enjoy the scene? Did we cover it in an interesting way? Was the lighting working for everybody? Does it feel right? Any comments from the class? Any comments from the internet in general?
There's comments. There's always comments on the internet.
Really, I've done a lot without a monitor, and working with a monitor is very. It's a unique experience to work with the monitor because I've worked without it a lot, and it kind of expands things dramatically.
Yeah, I think it really helps enormously, especially for focus. When you're working with sort of shallow depth of field, I mean, without a monitor, unless you're doing what I call ninja cam, and you've got the camera with a Zacuto eyepiece or an EVF, it makes it very difficult to find focus. And you know, just looking at that, especially, of course, if you're outside in bright light. But well done. I thought the glass did some really nice shots there, and I think we're kind of done. I mean, that will certainly cut into a nice little sequence. Bravo to our actors, who I thought were wonderful.